gives him some worry a little bit about what the rookie receiver had to say. I'll tell you right after the bumper. What's good people? Jeff Lighty Jr. here with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, Jamar Chase was the 5th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. He had a lot of Bengals fans excited because it links him back up with his former college teammate, Joe Burrow. Now, Jamar Chase has struggled this preseason because he took a whole year off. He was the best wide receiver in college football in 2019. And then 2020, the pandemic came, and Jamar Chase, like a number of top players in college football, decided to opt out of the season and not play in 2020. So Jamar Chase hasn't played football in over a year, right? So he came into this preseason very rusty. And it showed. He dropped a lot of passes. He didn't look very great. And he spoke about how taking a year off football really affected him. And it's not a surprise, but that happened. But his latest comments, Scott, people feeling a little uneasy and kind of suspecting he'll probably have a bad season. I'm going to share my screen with you and listen to look at these comments from Jamar Chase over the difference of playing in college and then playing in the NFL. So Jamar Chase, once again, who was the best receiver in college football back in 2019, had this to say about the different balls that are thrown in the NFL. It says the ball is different because it's bigger. It doesn't have the white stripes on the side, so you can't see the ball coming from the tip point. So you actually have to look for the strings on the ball at the flat top, which is hard to see because the whole ball is brown and you only have 6 strings that are white. And this is saying, Jamar Chase saying he's struggling to adjust to catching the ball in the NFL. So Jamar tried to clear these comments up a little bit because he came out and said, I never said it was hard to catch. I just said the ball is different. Now, this is Jamar's latest tweet that came out very recently. And this is him trying to clear up those comments. Jamar says, haha, I never said it was hard to catch. They asked me what the difference was in the ball. Don't change my words, because this quote says Jamar Chase NFL ball is harder to catch than NCAA ball and harder to see without the white stripes. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are white stripes on the ball in college. So there's a white stripe on the back and on the front of the football in the college football. Those white stripes aren't there in the NFL. It's just 6 white strings, the laces that are held when you throw it. Now, that's something, honestly, I never knew. I knew when I saw it, but I never really paid much attention to that. And I could see how, especially for someone who hasn't played football in a year, who hasn't played an actual football game in a whole year, how that can be a major adjustment for him. But that's not something you need to tell the press. Because this is what happens. They take those quotes, they take those sound bites, and they run with it. And it makes it seem like you're struggling now, and you may struggle throughout the entirety of the year. Now, that could be completely false and completely fabricated, right? Jamar can adjust to it, end up catching balls, and win Rookie of the Year or whatever, right? But when you put out a quote like this, it makes fans and or fantasy owners, whatever that means, if that means nothing to you, a little uneasy. Guys like me look at those quotes and are like, oh no, Jamar, the way you struggled in the preseason and coming out with a quote like this, it's not ideal. I'm going to just put it like that. It's not ideal at all. So this is something that is going to be interesting watching moving forward. Can Jamar Chase adjust and have a better regular season than he had in the preseason? Because he admitted he was struggling coming back to football after taking a year off. Now, anybody that takes a year off of anything, right? If I took a year off broadcasting, Marcus Lamar talked about this earlier this week. If you take a year off doing anything, he talked about taking a month off. Imagine if you took a whole year off playing football games and you jump right into Not SEC football, as good as that is, but jump right into the best football players in the world, the NFL. You're going to struggle. You are going to struggle. And that's what's taking place with Jamar Chase. Unless you're just some super freak human, like just crazy talented, crazy super freak, right? And Jamar's starting to struggle. And the adjustments in catching a football and the adjustments of seeing the ball in the NFL, it's taking a toll on him, enough to where he was able to make a comment on it. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Jamar Chase will get it right and have a great rookie year and a great career for the Cincinnati Bengals? Or do you think this is something that's going to plague him and haunt him a little bit, or maybe throughout the entirety of this season? I think he'll adjust, but it's interesting to see him admit that he is struggling. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsey Jr. with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.